Welcome to this week's special extra news episode. We'll be covering Model 3 hitting UK Tesla stores, Tesco installing loads of charge points, and a little special Christmassy story coming up. A special announcement this week was made by Podpoint, Tesco and VW. VW, in partnership with Podpoint and Tesco, will be rolling out 2,400 charge points across 600 Tesco stores. This is obviously a way of Volkswagen trying to rebuild their brand image, showing that they are supporting electric vehicles by helping this rollout. Now, this just roll on to a video I did a couple of weeks ago about making charge points more accessible and more of them. Now, Podpoint use an app, so it's likely that these Podpoint systems will use an app. What the big question is will Tesco incorporate their club card RFID token to Podpoint system to start charges? This, by the way, Podpoint, if you haven't already thought of this, or Tesco, this would be a great idea to start the charges and a way of increasing customer loyalty, because you could offer a free charge with a free when you shop in store, and obviously a paid charge if you're not shopping in store. This means that you're only incentivising customers who shop with you and not people who are just turning up for a free low charge. Obviously, I'd like a free low charge, but at the same time, I think that we need to let companies like this profit and benefit from the rollout in the early stages, because it benefits us all if we get more and more charge points. The Tesla Model 3 is going to be in the Stockport, Manchester South Tesla showroom from today, and London Park Royal. So if you want to go and see a Model 3 to see what they like, to see what it's like to sit in, all the reservation holders have been emailed now to say that from today there will be a show model of the Model 3 available to go and sit in. Now, from my understanding, it's a non-drivable model. It's literally just a shell model with all the seats and everything in the right configurations for a right-hand drive for you to sit in and test to make sure you're happy with your purchase. And also, if you're thinking of purchasing and putting a reservation on a Model 3, it's there so you can actually see what the dimensions are like to make sure you're happy with your purchase, because 95% of people in Europe have never seen a Model 3 in person and they want to make sure it's the right purchase for them. So from today, if you go down to London Park Royal and Manchester South, which is Stockport, you can go and see the Model 3. I'm probably going to go and do a visit up towards Stockport to see the Model 3 myself. Quite interested in looking at the size and dimensions. The Model S for European drivers tends to be a little bit too big, so the Model 3 tends to fit European roads, especially UK roads and country roads where I live, where they're extremely narrow. Now for a lovely, heartwarming Christmas story. Now, if everyone remembers Eleanor Chalmers, she's electric, who did the guest vlog in Dundee about not having a home charger and how she lives and copes without a home charge. If you haven't seen it, it's a great vlog, top right, make sure you check it out. She did 2 parts, really enjoyable, one of the most popular guest vlogs I've ever done. But if you remember her, she's now a director of EVA Scotland, which is a Scottish electric vehicle driving association in Scotland that does a lot of lobbying and stuff like that for electric car drivers up there in Scotland and Dundee. Now, she met a lovely little girl called Charlotte. Now, if you haven't heard who Charlotte is, Charlotte's known as the letter girl. She's the one who leaves little sweet notes on electric car drivers about improving the air quality for her and future generations. Now, when she drove all the way up from Birmingham to Dundee to meet Eleanor, Eleanor made her an honorary EVA member for life, and she gave her the full EVA pack for being a member of the EVA. And I just thought that was a lovely little story. It's a lovely little thing that Charlotte does, and if you've ever received a letter off Charlotte, please let me know in the comment section below. I've never been lucky enough to receive a letter off her yet, but I don't do that much travelling during daytime hours when Charlotte would obviously be around putting letters on cars. So thank you very much for watching this week's video. Don't forget to click subscribe down here. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Check out my other videos down here and consider becoming a patron. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.